Sleeping. It's one of, if not the most basic human need. Everyone needs sleep, but not everyone gets enough sleep. Hi, I'm Abby, and by the end of this speech, I hope you all walk away understanding how important it is to get enough sleep. I used to have the hardest time going to sleep. I would lie awake hours at night, just not being able to. My first solution to this problem was to take melatonin, which is a natural drug to help me sleep. And for a while, it worked, but then my body relied on melatonin way too much, and to get any amount of sleep, I had to take it. It also ended up giving me sleep paralysis, and let me tell you, it was not a fun time. After some time, I have found the best solution for me and understand how important sleep is. From 2007 to 2013, the Sleep Foundation, which from 1990 has been improving health and well-being through the sleep education, conducted a survey and found out that nearly 69% of high school students got less than 7 hours of sleep, meaning that high school students need to understand how important sleep is, which is why I decided to talk about it today. Not getting enough sleep is mostly caused by distractions and can be solved by keeping a regular sleep-wake cycle, avoiding activities before bed and in bed, and allowing enough time for sleep. There are many factors of why some people can't sleep. A big one is distractions. Distractions could mean anything. It could be too much light in your room, it could be sounds of animals, your other people living in your house, the street. There are so many distractions. The big one is your mind. To help eliminate distractions, you need to keep a regular sleep-wake schedule. According to sleep.org, a website acquired by the National Sleep Foundation, the sleep-wake cycle is a daily pattern that determines when it's time to sleep and when it's time to be awake. Sleep.org also says that different chemicals and hormones rise and fall over the course of roughly 24 hours, causing you to feel tired or awake at predictable times. So if you're not tired at 10 p.m. and that's why you can't sleep, it's because of those hormones. The only way to fix this is to go to sleep at 10 p.m. when you want to rather than at 2 a.m. You need to fight feeling awake and try to go to sleep earlier. It also counts during the day. If you're used to taking naps at 3 p.m. and you just want to eliminate that, you need to fight that tiredness and stay awake. It's the only way to fix it. When you get a more awake sleep cycle, you should eliminate the worry of distractions. You won't even have to worry about there being too much light in your room or too much noise because your body is already naturally tired and falling asleep. Your mind being a distraction when trying to sleep is an easy fix. It is very easy to end up doing schoolwork, homework, or watching TV in bed, especially at a time like this, but it'll bite you in the long run. I do it too. It's just so easy to cuddle up in bed and do homework rather than going somewhere else. Doing activities that keep your brain awake and active causes your brain to be awake and active every time you are in bed. So if you're at 10 a.m., you're doing some schoolwork in bed and you're all nice and cozy, your brain is awake and active, and then at 10 p.m. when you're trying to go to sleep, your brain is in the environment thinking that you're about to do some homework, and so it's not going to sleep, it's wanting to stay awake and keep you awake. It's a reason why you can't go to sleep. Doing activities that keep your brain awake causes your brain to be awake and active every time you are in bed. I personally had this problem in the past, and as soon as I stopped and set boundaries for myself, it completely changed my cycle. I told myself that I wasn't going to do homework or watch TV in bed. I was going to go to the living room or go somewhere else so that my brain didn't associate that with my bed. It also helped with my schoolwork. At a time like this, when I'm doing lots of schoolwork at home, I set a time and place for me to do homework, and it helped me get going in this certain environment instead of being in bed and getting tired. To help your mind relax, I recommend a sleep machine. It calms me and gets me to relax and go to sleep. There are many different sound machines. This is just one of them, and you can in fact just get an app on your phone if you don't want to go out and buy a sleep machine. There are many different sounds to help you, and everyone's different. My personal favorite is the white noise. It almost sounds like an ocean, and it calms me, and any other distractions of like sounds, it completely blocks it out. You can hear my sleep machine like a mile away. I turn it all the way up. You will never be able to get enough sleep if you don't allow enough time for sleep. It's basic math. If you allow 4 to 5 hours for sleep, then you will obviously not get the usual 8 to 10 hours. At first thought, you might not think that allowing enough time for sleep is a distraction, but sooner or later you will look at the clock and realize how late it is. I do this almost every night. I'll be about to go to sleep, then I'll look at my time to see what time it is, and it'll be like 2 a.m. and I start stressing about how much sleep I'm gonna get, and it just doesn't cause me to go to sleep because my brain is awake and stressing about time. I will just never be able to go to sleep because of it. Help Guide is an internationally acclaimed website that claims it reaches over 50 million people a year. Melinda Smith is the editor-in-chief at Help Guide. Smith oversees content operation and organizational outreach and development. According to Smith, 14 to 17-year-olds should get 8 to 10 hours of sleep. I all know none of us are getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep, and she actually says that you're supposed to get 8 to 10, but it's more likely that you'll get 7 to 11. So an hour isn't going to make that much big of a difference. But if you're allowing 4 to 5 hours of sleep and staying awake until 2 a.m., you're obviously not going to be in that range at all. That's why you really have to make sure that you're getting to bed early and winding down your brain so you have enough time to fall asleep and get enough sleep. Not getting enough sleep often is due to distractions and can be solved by getting a normal wake-sleep cycle, keeping the bed for sleep and sleep only, and allowing enough time for sleep. A little trick I have when going to sleep is using a weighted blanket. This isn't a weighted blanket with me, but it works just as well. Weighted blankets can range in different size. There can be one that's like 10 pounds and 20 pounds. If you don't have a weighted blanket, that's fine. Just take your regular blanket and hold it tight around you. It almost has the same effect. Why I like to use weighted blankets is because it makes me feel comforted and someone's with me, and it makes me feel safe. It actually sends off endorphins in your brain that think you're being cuddled and safe, and it actually helps you go to sleep a lot quicker. Everyone needs sleep. It's very important for our well-being and safety. That's why you should think that sleep is important. Thank you.